Okay, pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made whether perceived or unperceived by those present and are deemed, acknowledged, and permissible. First item on the agenda, meeting minutes from last month.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Motion to accept. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are accepted. Warrants to be approved and signed.
There's a few of them. You want that too? Oh, okay. Okay.
It's just writing with the print, so. Oh, okay. We should look at it. I'll give you one if you want. We're gonna go the other way.
You have to sign that too, or is it
Just
you?
the top.
Is these additions to it? is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, come on. See if we're getting filmed. Just keep coming.
It's on.
The one works on paperwork.
Yeah.
Don't sign these, right?
Yes, please.
I don't.
You do.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, you can still do it. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
That was easy. Good. All right. Item number 5 on the agenda, district to the board for acknowledgement, discussion, and or vote. Performance summary, June 2019. Retirement board accounting reports for May 2019. PEROC memo number 18. 2019 audits. PEROC memo number 19. Mandatory retirement board member training, third quarter of 2019. PEROC memo number 20. 2019 reinstatement of service under GL, General Law, Chapter 32, 105. Discussion, accepting for record. Item number 6, board matters for acknowledgement, discussion, and or vote. Update on status of Nelson Souza clarification request.
So if I may, Mr. Chairman, good morning, everyone. So we have, because we're in open session, I won't get into the specifics on the medical issue, but we have before us an accidental disability application that was filed by Mr. Souza, and upon receiving the medical panel reports, we had sought clarification to receive some additional information, and one of the doctors had been delinquent in his response, and when we followed up, apparently it fell through the proverbial cracks, and his response was now that so much time has elapsed, he needs to re-examine Mr. Souza in order to answer our questions. So, I've been working with the staff just to, Parac's aware of this, they'll reschedule the examination, so this will just prolong it a little bit longer. Hopefully, the doctor acknowledged that he just missed the clarification request. He's gonna try and do everything he can to expedite it. So we're probably still gonna have this before us and pending for another couple months. So just wanted to alert the board to the status of that.
Next item on that is we have David Machado notice to withdraw appeal for ADR.
Yeah, Mr. Machado, we had denied his accidental disability retirement, and he did file an appeal with Dell on that. Apparently, in consultation with his counsel, he's determined that it's more to his advantage to retire for superannuation and regular retirement and continue receiving his workers' compensation benefits, which is obviously fine with us. He's entitled to his regular retirement, and the appeal saves us the legal fees for defending our decision, which I'm sure would have been upheld. But he's since withdrew his appeal from Dallas, so that litigation has concluded. And I believe he's taken an application already for superannuation, but it's before you on the next agenda item for an effective date. So that litigation is now concluded.
Okay, great. The next one we have says consider retaining former director for temporary consulting services.
Yes, after speaking with Chris and calling on her for some advice with some of the tasks that Janet and I have had to do, in the absence of a director at this time, Chris has offered consultation services to the board. She could come in on Saturday mornings. We would have to come in and meet her, and her fees would be $100 an hour temporarily until our staffing issues are brought together and the board, the staff, and everything is just running smoothly again. So we're just asking that we can use Christine Tatro's consulting services at $100 an hour temporarily as needed.
Yeah, and I know you girls have been working very hard, and you were short-staffed, and because we do have to move along with the other agenda of getting a permanent director and backfilling, so we're pretty short-handed. And of course, with Chris's extensive knowledge, I think it would probably bring us up to speed a lot quicker, so I don't have any objection to that. It's just it's my position on that.
Is there a timetable for the new director?
We're looking to meet hopefully this week to review the final applications and then submit a recommendation to the board next month.
Okay. So it would be short term,
About a month,
October,
45
latest.
days probably.
Okay.
Try to get it done as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we need a motion to
Yeah.
retain on a temporary basis?
And the hours you guys be working also on weekend, on the Saturday, that'd be added on to payroll as well, so. It's not just Chris, right? Okay.
Well, we wouldn't ask for overtime, but maybe some comp time if so.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that. I
No.
think we're in an unusual circumstance, and we need to kind
Yeah.
of keep the ship running the right way and get you guys some support in the interim. And then once we make that final decision with a new director, then we'll be ready to go. And Chris has tons of knowledge of how we operate here and in the system, so that'd be a pretty valuable time.
Yeah. Well, I'll make it in the form of a motion to retain her as a temporary consultant.
Okay. A
Second.
motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Hearing none opposed, motion passes. Item number 7, we have retirement benefit application, no superannuation. Julian Kelly, David Machado, Dorothy Mello, David Souza, Isidro Texera, and Richard White. Motion?
Second.
Motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Hearing none opposed, motion passes. Okay, item number 8. All right, pursuant to the Mass General Law, Chapter 38A, Section 21A1, the board will convene an executive session to review, discuss, and/or vote on the pending disability retirement applications of Barry Hathaway and Joseph P. Cabral, as these matters involve the physical and/or mental health of the individual. The open meeting will not reconvene after executive session. We need a roll call vote, please.
Okay. Mr. Camaro?
Yes.
Ms. Argo? Yes. Mr. Nasser?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Passes, we'll go into executive committee.